minds to what you are about to hear. I got two perspectives for you tonight. I hope you enjoy. I appreciate you watching because you know I want you to live and learn so you don't get burned. Check it out. All right, let's cut to the chase. Let's start with some statistics. So, first off, how you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
Thank you for being here and giving me your time and energy.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
All right, so let's focus on casual sex. So 18% of men have casual sex and 7% of women have casual sex. Does that shock you?
Yes, it does. Because in this generation, it's kind of different.
Really?
Yeah.
You thought, what, the women's percentage would be up there with the men's, or?
Definitely with how women think, especially around my age group, a little bit higher up until about 30s, 35. It seems like they feel a bit more free, so they want the same rights.
Can you define free? What do you mean they want the same rights?
They want to be able to dip and dodge kind of type of situation, I guess, the same that they feel men do all the time.
Okay.
They just want
I'll be honest, there are some women out there like that, but the majority of women that I personally know, they want to be in a monogamous relationship, a committed relationship, but a lot of men do not. And you guys are not open and honest up front about that. You kind of drag it out. So why do you guys do that?
For the most part, it's just a pride thing, having power. You want to be able to kind of control the situation while still being able to do what you feel is natural for you. So.
Okay. So from a 1 to 10, how important is sex in a relationship?
I give it a solid 7, 8, because I feel like it's more than just that physical kind of thing where obviously you just want to, kind of have that interloping going on, but you want to be able to connect with a person on another level. So,
right.
I mean, it just kind of depends though. When you know that you're with a person for the long haul, you gotta learn to just kind of get past that, because you can find someone that probably looks just as good as her or can compete with her on a physical level, but if people can't relate to you or kind of understand you, it gets dull, boring, and just useless to kind of,
I like that response. That's true. Okay. All right. So, do men honestly respect women who make them wait longer for sex? Or is that just a myth?
I mean, it's kind of in between with that, because some men, I heard that they like to, a woman to make them wait, but personally, it's just kind of either or with me. Is if she has some depth to her at the same time with making me wait, and it's not like she, 2-3 last guys in a row that she just kind of let them go straight in, and then gets to me, it's like, oh, you're different. It's kind of like, all right, I don't know if I can feel that.
Do you go for the line, I've never done this before? Like the women that give it up too soon.
Oh, man.
Are they automatically taken out of the wifey box? Is that an automatic elimination?
It depends on the manner in which she does it. If it's like we go out, she gets drunk, and then she's trying to do it that same night, it's kind of like, okay, you've probably been here, done that.
Correct.
So
okay.
it doesn't feel like I made any kind of difference. It don't feel like I, my juices were flowing and I kind of made that happen. It just feels like you just do that.
That makes sense.
Okay.
And I have to cut you off and ask. I've been wanting to know this forever.
Okay.
Do men have some sort of superpower that can detect an insecure or vulnerable woman? Do we wear like the badge on our sleeve? Is it stamped on our heads?
Men just have a pretty good job of hiding their emotions. So usually if we can find an insecure or a hurt woman, usually we have that going on in ourselves.
Okay.
We just mask it a little bit
answer.
better.
Okay. But do you guys purposely target these women just for a physical relationship?
That depends on the individual, and I say that only because I have friends that they really don't care. They try to dip and dodge, go in, get out.
Dip and duck.
They just try to make
it's true.
it happen.
That's what I want, the truth. Okay.
But for the most part, on a personal level, no, because I've experienced where if you I'm not gonna say waste your time, but you invest certain time with malicious intent, you got to understand that consequences come good and bad. So you got to be able to deal with what comes after.
That's very true. Okay, so what would your message be to the women out there that are not patient for their prince, or the women that are not thinking this out and just actually giving it up too soon? Or is there a such thing, giving it up too soon? What's too soon?
I mean, too soon is when you know that your feelings and your emotions you have a low emotional intelligence. If you know that if you deal with an individual and the sex is what makes you feel he's the one and you just want to be with him,
Right.
you shouldn't do it. I'm not going to tell people what they should and shouldn't do in the sense of having,
Because we're all adults.
yeah, we can do what we want to do, but at the same time, if you know that you cannot handle the aftermath of an individual, kind of showing you their colors in the beginning, speaking on sex only and kind of only showing that's his intentions, that's just really up to
But
that girl.
for me, in your generation, the 20s, a lot of you don't tell the truth. You're not upfront and honest about what it is you want. If men just want a physical relationship, they should just say it. If they want a commitment, they should say it.
That's true.
But why do you guys wait so long to say it?
Honestly, it's just trying to
Or
get your cake
fear.
and eat it too.
Why are you guys afraid of the word commitment? And can I ask you that? You're in your 20s. Because for me, I don't think in your 20s you should be ready for a commitment.
I'm not going to say you should or shouldn't, but you definitely should have an idea of what you want to do for yourself, because it's not really a point to try to bring somebody else into a situation when you're still battling, your own inner demons, whether you want to be
Right.
an entrepreneur or whether you want to try to, pursue a certain career. You have to be able to know what you want to do for yourself, and have somewhat of a plan so that if you have somebody else that tags along or joins the situation, they can
Right.
add to your situation, not really slow you down, make you stagnant, or even make you go backwards. So.
Okay. And I have to ask, did you know that 1 in 7 people have HIV and don't know it?
No, I did not know that.
Do
That's
you think your
crazy.
generation stays on top of being tested for STDs?
I'll say the awareness is raised a little bit because of how porn is expanding, and people always want to watch
Right.
that and just kind of relate that to life.
Okay.
But then you have some that choose to be ignorant. I've heard some pretty scary stories when it comes to that personally. But it just kind of depends on how they look at sex overall. If they look at it as something that's just kind of fun, then they're probably not as open to getting tested because they're scared of the results and they're scared of
Right.
the situation. But if they kind of just look at sex as something that's really serious to them, then they typically have that in their mind where they want to stay safe and have protected sex and get tested and try to have as low of partners as they can. So.
Okay. Well, thank you, Talvin.
Pleasure,
I
pleasure.
appreciate you giving me the perspective of the 20s. Keep it right here. We got the 30s coming up next. All right, so now we're gonna get the 30s perspective from my friend Jay Bo. Thank you for being here.
No problem.
All right, so let's cut to the chase, like I did with Talvin earlier. So, 18% of men are having casual sex right now, and only 7% of women. Do you agree with those statistics?
I would probably have to say no. I think women do it a little bit more, just like men do it.
Okay.
I think women can keep better secrets, and I think men just kind of like are a little bit more open about it. you know?
Okay.
I think that's probably because it's just more acceptable for men to have casual sex.
Okay. Okay, you said we're more secretive. I have to agree with you on that. Okay. And do you think that sex is like top priority in a relationship? From a 1 to a 10, how important is it?
For me, it's about an 8 or a 9. It's
8 or
very
a 9
important, yeah.
is very important. Okay. Okay, so do men, let me ask you this, do men really respect women more that make them wait longer? Or does that vary as well?
I think that varies. What's the man looking for? Is he looking for a long-term relationship, or is he just looking for something casual?
Okay.
You know?
And your generation, do you think you guys are upfront and honest about that? Because I was telling Telvin, I don't think that men in their 20s are. I think they kind of play the head games, make women think that they want something long-term when they don't. They just want sex.
Right. I would probably think that, well, I know me being in my 30s now versus me being in my 20s, yeah, I'm a lot more upfront with what I want.
That's good.
If that's what I want, then I'm just going to say it because, at the end of the day, we don't have a lot of time, and I don't have a lot of energy anymore. I'm not in my 20s. I'm not like a young buck anymore. I mean, chasing
30s
women
is still young.
But
I
chasing
get
women
what
is a
you're
young
saying.
man's game.
I get what you're saying. I totally agree with that.
It's a lot of energy to try to keep up with all
It
that.
absolutely is.
So just, I just prefer to be upfront and honest and just say what I'm looking for. And if it happens to grow, it grows.
Okay, that's good. I like that. Okay. Did you know that 1 in 7 people have HIV and they don't know it?
No, actually, I didn't know that.
Because that's my next concern. A lot of us, it's like hush hush now. We're not getting tested like we should be, like we used to back in the day. People, why do you think that is? Why do you think people don't take it seriously anymore?
You know, I don't know. I remember like back in the day growing up, and there was always like condom commercials. And,
Right.
You know, like
You don't even see condom commercials anymore.
No, you don't.
About practicing safe sex.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Why do you think that is?
I don't know. Like, you remember the great Trojan commercials they used to have?
Yes.
Trojan, man. Yeah. Yeah, they just.
What happened to that?
I don't know. I guess sexual awareness is not like important anymore. I don't know.
Do you think that the dating apps, because I read that as well, the dating apps now play a role in higher STD rates and casual sex rates?
I would definitely agree with that.
Okay.
I mean, it's so easy now to get a date. I mean, you don't even have to leave your house. You can literally log onto an app, you know, find someone and be like, hey, you want to come over and watch Netflix and chill?
So true.
Yeah, of course I would love to.
Netflix and chill. I've heard that one. Oh my gosh, that's so true.
Yeah, as opposed to, you know, back before dating apps were really big, you actually had to go out and, you know, hunt for people and make an actual connection. You have to go sorting through people.
Now you can just pick up your phone, go through the app, right? Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Can men seriously sense a vulnerable woman or an insecure woman? And do you guys really target those women if you're just looking for sex?
Insecure women, they just don't have the confidence, you know.
Okay.
And it seems like whenever you hold a conversation with someone, you know, with a woman that isn't very sure of herself, they kind of like, you know, they let you lead the conversation. They're kind of timid. So definitely.
So we kind of tell on ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I want the ladies to
Yeah.
know. We kind of tell on ourselves. So if a woman sleeps with you too soon, does that take her out of the commitment box or the wife box or
No.
someone that might have longevity?
No, not necessarily in my book.
No?
No.
So every situation is different.
Yeah, you know, it depends on the woman. It depends on what I'm looking for. You know, because, I mean, I don't really go out looking for, like, a relationship. If it happens, it happens. You know,
Okay.
and that's kind of how
That's
I've always
good.
been.
That's good.
You know, I feel like if you go out, like, searching for something, that you end up just jumping on the first thing that comes around. You know.
Yeah. Is inner beauty more important than outer beauty? Because let's keep it real. Men are visual creatures. You guys see what you see on the outside first. So when you hit the 30s, does it get past that? Or is that something that a man is always going to do?
I mean, you know, I personally have to be attracted to a female for anything to happen, you know, whether, but I think they're both equally important. You see what's on the outside, and that's a little bit appealing, and you start a conversation, and they don't have anything inside, you know, if they're just kind of hollow,
Yeah.
you know, you're just dating a shell,
Yeah.
you know, but if maybe they're not a 10 and they actually have a personality and they can make good conversation with
Right.
you, they can offer stuff in the sense of like support and stuff like that, then yeah, you know, it's going to be a little better quality of a girlfriend.
Right. Okay. Okay. Well, I thank you so much for giving us the 30s perspective. And stay tuned. I'm going to close right now. I thank you for watching. And please get tested on a regular basis. The AIDS epidemic is real. It is no joke. It's important to practice safe sex at all times. We're all adults. We can all be in that casual sex percentage if we want to be, but do the right thing. Until next week, namaste. I hope you had a fierce day.